Did anybody in the coalition consult your organizations before the coalition was announced, before the choice of the ADC was publicized? And then second, what do you think about the prospects of the ADC? The ADC, now in form of the coalition, has two ambitions: to remove President Tinubu out of power, and to remove the APC also, to push the APC out of power. Do you think that it's possible?
I actually attended several meetings of the current coalition and was part of several deliberations. For the opportunities that lies for the coalition and their plan to remove the current administration that is not underperforming seriously, I think there are a lot of chances. But those chances should be predicated on certain factors and drawn within certain parameters, because you cannot, in this day and time, when election and political dynamics have changed from where people need to stuff ballot box, run away with it and grab it, you need candidates that have momentum, that have public appeal, that have organic depth of support, that to be able to go into the ballot so that you have go onto the ballot so that you have the opportunity to remove the current government. And you know that if you, the kind of information that was put here to say that it must be not. What defeated Jonathan in 2015 wasn't just about the fact that the North felt that it was their turn from 2011-12 to build up to 2015. And they felt that it was their turn and that they must try to be part of it. And that would not even see happen without the implosion in the PDP, where you have people from River State, you have people from Imo, people from Kwara, like Saraki and Co., who now eventually left the PDP. So the only way to defeat this current government is to have a candidate that will have the capacity to do so. And you can't come and put innuendos and rhetoric and so it must be the North. Pursuing generalization statement on general terms without specifically stating what candidate you think should be that. For me, I think that candidate should be Peter Obi. Candidate that have moved that goes around from state to state, that move from Jigawa to from Abuja to Kafasha to Kaduna, even to Olamaboro in Kogi State, and have been to several technical institution, nursing school. We can't have people who are not showing compassion, who are not showing that they have the capacity to be able to know the terrain of this country. Because the problem we have put people in government who have not been able to even know what is the route that link between Ogugu to Enugu. What is that road? People don't travel, they travel on shop. But I have seen a candidate. I will not come to do a statement on that I will not mention name of those I think that can win this thing. And if you look at the last election, there was no political entrenchment. There was no political structure. People say, oh, there are 3 people tweeting in one room. There are no governors, there are no senators. But that election, Obi has proven beyond reasonable doubt that he has the public, the people have interest in him, because it's about the messaging, it's about the acceptance, because you can be popular and then you go to the ballot and there's no result. But people accept you, that's why your popularity translates into vote. So you look at the Southern election that was conducted, despite the fact that APC was in control of the structure in the entire south of our country. If PDP was in control of, within the south, PDP was in control of Delta. In that Delta, they had a vice presidential candidate for the PDP, and Atiku won the vote, Peter Obi won the vote there over 80%. The only way you can decide to have a defeat in the next, for the coalition not to defeat Tinubu, is the fact if they go to get a candidate that has no organic support, that has no mass base, where you can, tap from the reservoir and then add to it. You have the Southern election statistics where Peter Obi had 44.5%, Atiku had 19.4%, Tinubu had 35.5%, and Kwakwaso has 0.48%. Where he defeated every candidate that participated in the South. And if you look at the BBC report, expose done on River State, including Premium Times, you will find out that Peter Obi defeated every other candidate in River State. These are data that are verifiable, that you can reach out to. We can't just sit down and then come to a station and then try to put up candidates that are not going out there to sell themselves, to go around to connect with Nigerians, to show compassion to people who are going through crisis, like what happened in Makwa, and then we go and elect candidate again that will now start to draw Nigeria back.
It was clear from the onset when Kenneth Okonkwo said that he believes Atiku or somebody from the North will be the one to defeat Bola Tinubu. It was clear it was wrong. It was clear that he was pushing for what he thinks because for one reason or another, it's decamped from Peter Obi's side. However, that said, it is also clear from what this man has said, and you cannot argue with it, that the one person that has the appeal nationally, who has a broader message, very broad message, he has the political appeal, he has the base, he has the organic support, who's well received, whether you're coming from the east, the west, the north, and the south. One person who has that power to defeat Bola Tinubu in 2027 election, as of this particular moment, is Peter Obi. It's as simple and straightforward. You don't need any political machinations or mathematics to actually come to that conclusion. Peter Obi has the broader appeal. Listen, whether or not we are repealing or appealing or talking about the 2023 election, it was evident that Peter Obi won the election in 2023. Whether you're talking about Rivers State, with which they used to declare the election victory for Bola Tinubu, it was clear that Peter Obi won that election. Whether you're looking at Bayelsa, Delta State, Lagos State, Abuja, even up north, where there were a lot of political, rigging that happened, Peter Obi still won the election. It was clear. The man had the appeal. He had the see. The base of the Nigerian political system right now is geared towards change of the current political system. And the reason why the people who have maintained the status quo don't like it is because they know that this change will remove them from governance. It will remove them from the places of power, and they won't be able to steal anymore. And that which they've stolen, they cannot multiply because they've hidden them in places where they cannot invest them. So the only way they can perpetuate that corruption that they've always done is to continue to let the same status quo remain. That is why the base of the Nigerian political system is yearning for change. And that change, until we get it, Nigeria will remain the same. That's why I disagree with Kenneth Okonkwo on that. That's why the man said, if you nominate Atiku Abubakar to become the flag bearer for the ADC, it will take Nigeria back. Atiku has passed that prime time. Even if he ever had ideas on how to fix Nigeria, it's past that prime time. I've said it several times. He's past that in his age. He's past that in his appeal to the Nigerian people. The best Atiku can do is to get votes his way from Adamawa and some part of North. That's it. They can't do beyond that. It takes rigging to constantly get the same number of votes as you've known. But for Peter Obi, that it doesn't even need to even spend his own money to organize, people to vote for him. He don't need to bribe people. Do you understand? Peter Obi didn't need to bribe anybody. People came out en masse, organized the campaign with their own money. Nigerians everywhere, left, right, center, forward, backward, north, east, west, and south. Everybody wanted Peter Obi. But the status quo, with the help of INEC, didn't want him because they knew from time on that if Peter Obi got into power, ways for stealing will stop, oil bunkering will stop, theft through our seaports will stop, theft of the national money will stop. So everything they didn't want it. That's why I'm telling you today, listen, we need to keep saying the same thing to everybody. And we need to keep sensitizing everybody. And we need to keep speaking to ADC. As long as Peter Obi wants to work with them and coalesce with them, we need to speak to ADC. If you don't put Peter Obi there, forget about Nigerians voting for you, whether they are obedient or not. Listen, not everyone identify as obedient, but they support Peter Obi because nobody wants to be ascribed to another person. You understand? Some people call themselves obedient. Others says they are not because Obi can change tomorrow. But as of this particular moment, he's shown some consistency, which is what Nigerians have been looking for the longest. He's shown consistency, and is the one that has the character, the capacity, and the competence to defeat this Bola Tinubu administration and steer Nigeria in the right direction. I know you can say other people, but right now he has the numbers. I know you can call him Moyele Shore, but right now Peter Obi has the numbers. No matter how we try to guise it, Peter Obi has the numbers. He has the base support. He has the organic support. He has the appeal. He has the message. He's popular. And not only that, he's accepted. You see, that acceptability is what most politicians look for. That's what Peter Obi has. As long as Peter Obi has that acceptability across the length and breadth of Nigeria, it will be the biggest person to challenge. Is at this particular point in time since 2023, is the loudest voice in Nigerian political space. He has the support. So no matter how much you try to play it, Kenneth Okonkwo or any other person or the people from APC, Peter Obi is still the one. That's why PDP wants him. That's why Wike went to go and call Abure back and say, go and make peace so that Peter Obi can come. We can divide the vote because they don't want Peter Obi and Atiku to work together. So Atiku needs to work with Peter Obi, be a statesman, galvanize the northern vote for Peter Obi, and let Peter Obi take the mantle and turn Nigeria in the right direction. They don't want it, the APC, but we want change in Nigeria. And with change, we will get in 2027. We don't want Bola Tinubu anymore. We're tired of him. We're tired of his administration. It's inept, it's failed, complete and utter failure this administration has been. This is my opinion. What is your opinion? What is your thinking? What is your say? Put your thoughts in the comment section. Let's have our deliberation intelligently. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also recommend this channel to others. I'll catch you in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.